Greetings everyone and welcome back to Stygian Sanctuary, where in the last episode we actually did get quite a bit of progress made, though we haven't yet finished the freezer, which is what I'd hoped to do in the last episode. We had passed quite a lot of time. We've got the kitchen on the way to being built, and we have largely carved out and we're preparing the cavity insulation area, which is also very, very important. There's still a lot of things to do, so currently the freezer is off limits. I don't want to distract our people with even more work. That is a very, very easy thing to end up doing. In fact, on my recent Rimworld stream was ultimately the cause of the death of the colony, I feel. I gave them way too many jobs to do, such that they couldn't get any of them done in time. And for those who have been worried that I haven't been aware that this isn't accessible, no, that's quite by intention. I'd rather get other things finished. I usually like to move room by room if I can. That being said, we've still got lots of work just around the colony that needs to be done. So yeah, lots of things left to do. Now, you need to be moved, as do all of these. I really, really dislike how big that is because it obscures my vision of other tiles in the storage area, but it needs to be done. How are we doing? We've got a scythe blade there. Let's have a look. We could give it to one of the huskies, but they're not being trained for war. They're just regular huskies. They're your working man's dog. They're pulling sleds, also hauling rocks. Only Yoko is currently a war animal, a war beast. The latter is pregnant. Marvelous. Hunting Yoko! No. Where's Dark Aavak? Where be you, Dark Aavak? Dark Aavak, you need to be attacking this bear right now. Go here, kill the bear. Now. Want you... you've got bloody grenades, really. Want you move into position. I need you both to be shooting this bear. Shoot the bear. Right, Valerie, run. Sass, continue shooting the bear. Get down here. Continue shoot. Right, Sass, run. We're gonna use this. We're gonna tag team it. Right, Dark Aavak's almost in position. There we go. Now both of you can start unloading on the bear. Never mind, Dark Aavak slew the bear. Well done, Dark Aavak. Let's actually see what happened there. Gunshot, 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 permanent injury, assault rifle, gunshot, 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 gunshot. And did it simply die from the amount of brain? Permanent gunshot injury was in the brain. Head was down to... I mean, none of the parts were severed. It just looks like it ultimately had too much damage and just finally perished. Well, that's what you get for trying to hunt Yoko. That is just not allowed. Not even slightly. There we go. That can be hauled as well now then. Thank you, everyone. Horror Story doing a fine job over there with the bricks. We're doing a pretty good job with food as well. How are we doing for kibble? Kibble isn't great, but we're actually bringing in a reasonable amount of food here. Oh, we've thrown a party. Sass is throwing a party, and that actually... This party is a very special party. It's Sass's naming party. You see, because Sass having come to the colony, having heard that both of her daughters were there, and discovering that neither one was still there. It's a very sad time, but this is a moment in Sass's life where she needs to move forward. She can dwell on things and just let them completely break her and crush her spirit, or she can cut her hair, give herself a new name, and move forward with her life. And that is why she is now known as Bubbles to the colony. So there we go. Welcome to the colony, Bubbles. I'm very sorry about both of your daughters. We have got lovely greys. Well, they're not lovely yet. They will be lovely greys eventually. Oh, and Wilson successfully recruited Ezra. Fantastic news. Ezra, having heard that it is customary in this colony to take a new name once you arrive to signify the next stage, the next phase of your journey through this thing called life, she, too, has got a new name, and hers is Flurgles. I hope I got that right. I double-checked at the time. I'm certain that I double-checked the comment that it was Flurgles. But looking at it written down, I'm doubting myself. Let me know if that's correct, and if not, I can make a slight adjustment. Clerical errors, you see, it's the problem. You know, she's not writing down Flurgles anyway, she's just saying it, and, you know, people are like, oh, okay, Flurgles, fair enough. Right, okay, so, let's have a quick look at you. You know what? This is something I've been thinking of doing anyway. I would rather have the cleaning and hauling as a tertiary and a secondary priority rather than a 3 and a 4. You are not a doctor, no. Sorry, but no. Whatever aspirations towards the medical profession you had, no. Nor do you handle negotiation, sure. And you've also got some skill with crafting, so you can also do that. Everyone can craft a little bit, but you've actually got a decent bit of interest in artistry. It's a real shame because you've got so lacking in the typical everyone does this job skills that I would have probably made you a primary hauler if I'd had the chance, but alas. Very well. So what job do you want as your primary job in this colony? I'm going to say you want to be an artist. So there we are. You are our primary artist. Enjoy. That means you're going to be in KD's room quite a lot of the time. Ah. KD, what's your mood? What's your mood? Feeling bad. But I've got an impressive bed. Oh, why did you have to say that, KD? Because KD, this is now your bed. You didn't like that bed anyway. It felt lonely without Calissa in it. This is now Flurgle's room. Well done. Only a few seconds in the colony, you've had a massive upgrade to your room. Oh, I feel so bad, KD. What a horrible life KD has had in the colony so far. But is KD the type of person to consider, you know, better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at his mood right now. Ugly environment, feeling bad. Oh no, it's gone worse. That is probably because where he is, though, very low expectations. He's been to a party, spacious interior. You know, that's not too bad. Oh, I feel wretched. Poor KD. Poor KD. But we're getting loads of work done, which is fantastic. Let's have a look. In terms of, yeah, we've got art to make. Flurgles really should be working on that at this point. We'll see. Oh no, apparently this doesn't count as art. Ah, okay. Well, how about some sculptures then? Let's get ourselves some sculptures. I would like them made of not steel or wood, just stone blocks. And I'd actually like some marble sculptures specifically. And could you make me... make me 5 of them, please. There we go. Okay, so welcome to the colony, Flurgles. Welcome to the colony, Bubbles. Still, in terms of logistics, not great, but it could be worse. Let's have feeling about awful bedroom. My lord, why am I being punished? I know, it sucks. It sucks. You've detected a cluster of cargo pods. Ooh, some agave. I will take those. Also, I will take you. Anything else I can claim? Any other animals that have died to the elements that I can quickly harvest because their corpses haven't rotted because of the elements? I'm also now putting the raccoons on the do not kill list because one of the daplings has pet raccoons or did and felt quite bad when we slew the raccoon, and that's enough reason for Dark Aavak to add them to the not noms unless is already dead list. Right, let's see. We've got unfinished elk hide fur coat, fine shirt, overalls, goat hide thermal pants. No. I like your style, Cassandra. You're like, oh yes, he's increasing the challenge by having an outdoors colony. Oh, that's sweet summer child of mine. Right, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We need gas masks. We do not have gas masks. We don't even have the means to make gas masks. But we need them. Oh, do we need them? Right, well, people are going to get really sick. Because there's very little I can do about this. We can do 1 or 2 things, like, for example, I can get some of the pavement under roofs. And I think that's the smartest thing for us to do. So, expand build roof area. It looks like we can get all of this under roofs. In fact, yeah, it looks like we can get quite a lot of it. Oh, actually, no, this is just telling them that I want the roof there. This isn't them saying, yeah, okay, we can do that for you. Unfortunately, it would be great if that were the case, but no. And all the way across there. And we'll get some of that under the roof. We'll need some supporting pillars, I imagine. Possibly up there. Down here will be fine, but over here is a big old nope on that one, I should imagine. I can put a pillar there, for example. That should actually give me enough coverage down here. Over there might actually be okay, but if I do that, it's going to mess with my strat. It will mess with this, so I'm going to have at least this area unroofed. Around there is going to be an unroofed section, but around here should be fine. There are going to be places that the people are going to just have to accept they're going to be unroofed, and that sucks. But on the plus side, once these roofs are in place, we are going to have much less problems keeping the path swept of snow. So people are going to be able to move a lot faster. Wilson, could you go and chat with the trader down here? Thank you. What's your health like? You've got no injuries. Fantastic. I'm not selling you any of my boom rats. I'm not going to buy your fox. I could sell Lynn. People would be upset with that, though. I could buy some people. Simpson is a worker. Character. Gay, pyromaniac, prostrophile, intellectual, artistic, cooking, and firefighting. That's not necessarily a bad thing. List of things he can't do. Rhubarb. What a fantastic name, Rhubarb. Teetotaler. Hard worker. Oh. Incapable of social. That is fine. You're mute. Okay. Animals. Oh, Rhubarb was greatly affected by a traumatic event early in his life. For many years, he refused to speak to people, preferring instead to play with his household numerous pet. That is actually quite touching. It's going to be really hard to beat Rhubarb, both because the name is awesome and because of that backstory. Prostophobe, Slowpoke. Yeah, you're not beating anything. However, we're going to have to sell something in order to get you. Ah, it's awkward. Awkward. We have not got enough money. Okay. So what can I sell? You're not interested in food. I could open up access to the Luciferium and sell that. Okay. Let's open up access to Luciferium quickly now. KD, open that for me. Right, there we are. That should now mean that we can sell the Luciferium. We'll trade again. Right, Luciferium. It's not going to make us nearly enough. I really want to get Rhubarb. We could sell our gold. It would still not be enough. I could sell some of our boom rats. Or for the time being, I could just let them mature. And a little bit of our gold. See, I really want that multi-analyzer. Therein is the problem there. Hey, Rhubarb, why are you so good? Damn it. Alternatively, I can sell Lynn. I can sell Lynn and free Rhubarb. And then I can keep my boom rats too. Well, everyone's going to just have to suck it up. Lynn was going to be really hard for us to recruit, no matter what. 97% fail chance. Rhubarb is straight up good. I mean, let's have a look at Lynn. Too smart, jealous. These are negative traits. Great at construction, though. But Rhubarb. How can we pass up someone called Rhubarb? Also, they will never, ever binge on Luciferium. That is an amazing thing. So, given that, yes. Goodbye, Lynn. Everyone's going to be in a bit of a sour mood now. But that's fine. We'll rebuild this wall. Let's have a look. Does Dark Aavak even care? Prisoner was sold. Yeah, but Dark Aavak has this. We sold them. How could we do such a thing? See, the thing is, everyone else is like, oh yeah, at least Dark Aavak isn't. I mean, he does have some moral compass. I mean, he eats people, but really, what they haven't figured out is Dark Aavak isn't sad because we sold the prisoners, because we just gave food away. What are we doing? They looked so delicious. Poor colony. Actually, Rhubarb doesn't mind. Rhubarb's happy about this. Well, Rhubarb wasn't here when the prison was sold, to be fair. Prison was sold. What we need is like psychotic psychopaths, and that would solve everything. But we have now got Rhubarb, so let's get you set up, Rhubarb. This is marvelous. In fact, you've got a little bit of interest in being a doctor, so I'm gonna give you that as a secondary priority. Your hauling is 2. That's fine. It's still having this at 2 and that at 2 doesn't mean that they're going to be that there's no difference, because this will be done before handling, before construction, before tailoring, and then that one will be done after all of those things. So that's fine. Handle, you've got a 3 in it. Yeah, you know what? You're actually not that poorly skilled. You're going to have a 2 in that. Construction, just a 4. Growing. You know what? Let's take these off, you guys, because you're actually bad at it. You're actively bad at this task. Mining, though, not bad at it. In fact, I'll give that to you as a 2 as well. Plant cutting, you can have it as a 4. Art, I mean, genuinely, you're not actually great at any of these jobs. So I'm going to say, Rhubarb, you're going to be our first primary cleaner. Well done. This is going to be your job now. Also, you'll have hauling as a secretary as well. But this way, we can just keep the colony clean. And that really is genuinely worth it. That's worth feeding someone for. Just to keep the colony clean. So there we go. Welcome to the colony, Rhubarb. And as it happens, since I tend to, before an episode, generate about 4 or 5 names on a shortlist, we've got Rhubarb already set up. Chaoticles has already picked out a couple of names. And your name shall be Porpoise. Welcome to the colony, Porpoise. Long may you survive here without catching the plague. That seems the most important thing, really, for us to discuss in this particular colony. The plague is a problem. A very big problem. Now, some of you guys, it really is going to suck, because you're going to walk all the way down there. Once this is built, though, we'll be able to get that little bit of a roof built there, I imagine. There we go, and then we'll get that second pillar there as well. Now, a lot of this place is now indoors, which is grand. Well, you know, there are pretty large parts of it that are still exposed, but, you know, some parts are at least a lot better. Now, we are going to have to be aware of people's health. For example, you've already got minor toxic buildup. So this whole area down here is pretty rough. At least you only come down here now and then, though. But I am concerned. We're going to start seeing... Once someone gets to minor, then they're going to be restricted indoors, and I'll set up an indoors-only zone for them. But this is the bad part, is because it takes them so long to walk down there. To be fair, these things, they require draining constantly. They're always needing to be drained. And just the last couple of rocks need to be moved up here as well, and then we should be good. Let's get these ones moved too. We've got a little bit more marble to do. We actually don't have any... No, we've got loads of slate bricks, so it's mostly the marble bricks that we're waiting on. And also getting the research stuff set up. So you know what? Oh, Dark Aavak's asleep at the moment. Who's a constructor? Well, pretty much everyone. Katie and Rhapsody, though, are not bad ones. So Rhapsody, could you please build the simple research bench for me? If we can get that set up, then at least we can get some research on the go. Really? Please work on... We no longer... No? Oh, Rhapsody is working on it again. Thank you. There we go, finally. We can do research at long last. Okay, let's get down to this then. So, first thing we want to look at, we've got a couple of things. Basic prosthetics, I do need to get through that fairly quickly. Gun complexes, we can start getting like military grade turrets, might be good, but it would take a lot of research time. Basic fuses, super useful. I think we're going to go with fuses first, and then super soil second. Honestly, if we can get this farm a little bit more productive, that would be grand. But with that, I'm going to lay down a cut here and start preparing some indoors areas just to keep people who have got a large toxic buildup indoors and out of the badness. And cold snap as well, because, you know, why not? Cassandra. She loves me, really. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've set up all of the various areas, people getting work done. Let's check on Dark Aavak. How's your health? It's still minor. We're hoping that it'll probably drop down over time. Let's have a look at other people. Dark Aavak is currently one of the only people restricted to indoors. Rhapsody should now be restricted to indoors. Porpoise, yeah, you're fine. It's only when it gets to minor that I'm really worried about it. Valerie indoors, and No, everyone's generally okay. I've added in a new door to allow people to move through here if they're trying to stay indoors. Currently, we are trying to get as much kibble down here as possible because the boom rats are starting to miscarry due to starvation. Very bad times. Boom rats should not be starving because starving is one step away from death. Death for a boom rat. Very bad. Let me just make sure that their animal area does, in fact, encompass this area. Yeah, the barn does cover the this area here. So why are you not eating? What do you need? You've been fed. Someone probably brought down food for you. But that's fine. So generally speaking, things are going okay. KD is having to wander quite a lot right now. And that I'm a little bit concerned about. But they've not got any illness right now. So on the whole, I'm hoping that things will be okay. How are all my animals doing? Let's have a quick look. Initial. It's fine. They should be okay. We're getting the walls built up in here, which is grand to see. I would like that to be sorted. We've already got the door there. So this is now technically isolated from the outside. Very good place for everything to be for now. Means that we can start building out a little bit more. Given that I've already got the doors down here, I can pop down the walls over here as well. So let's get that done. No, I can't. We do not have any more slate. That is bad. Also, that Ibix was just allowed to rot. That is kind of terrible. I wouldn't mind that heavy SMG being brought in if anyone could manage it. Likewise with that human corpse. Anything else? Lynn died. Lynn died? How? Did she die on her way off the... Did they just murder her on the way out? Oh my goodness, that is horrific. Wow. Sorry, Lynn. That really wasn't my intention. I didn't intend for you to end up dead. We need all of this brought in. Unfortunately, it's a very long way out. Yeah, Bowman pilot died. Okay, bring them in. They're deteriorating outside, so we do want to bring them in. There are not going to be any new animals on the map for now. That is a bad thing for us, but right now we've got a lot of meat, at least. So hopefully we shouldn't be too bad off. We'll see, but things certainly aren't amazing. We'll get the bodies stored. Dark Aavak, if you could possibly butcher for me. Let's unsuspend this. Where is Dark Aavak? What are you doing? Building rough paving? No, let's get you over here. Need you to butcher the corpse, please, so that people stop worrying about it. There we go, and that is fine. Don't want that bill active anymore, so you can head on out. You can also have some delicious, delicious noms if you want to. Okay, Ina is pregnant. Very well. How are things going down here? We're just getting the last little bit of building down here done, actually, which is pretty cool. So, Dark Aavak, the fact that you're constantly outside... It's gone down to initial, though, because you are now minding your health while outside, which is very, very good. Rhapsody, still on a minor. It's 22% for you. Let's have a look at the others. Generally speaking, not too terribly bad. Very well, you just delivered the stuff. You did not actually partake of building any of it. Fair enough. I suppose Dark Aavak does have a lower chance of getting it wrong. But have we brought in the other corpses? Yes, we have. Right, so at this point, Dark Aavak, I would like you to go ahead and chop that one up. It's just so that everyone else can stop losing their minds every time they pass through this area. There we go. Sorted. Oh, are you gonna... Oh, I was hoping that you were gonna prepare some clothing. But never mind. Valerie is doing some clothing. She's making an elk hide fur coat. Marvellous, Valerie. I approve. How's everything else going? The wargs and huskies just wandering around. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get the furniture in here. I had set this up a long time ago to have torches. Just because I like having torches in there, really. No other reason. But it's nice to see them moving so fast on all of this pavement. That's actually a pretty good situation. We've even got some slate in here that needs to be moved. We've also got some... Can I get that at all? Select? No, I can't. There we go. Now that is also selected. So if we can get the slate moved over here and then some more slate bricks made, that would be grand. We've got some food coming in. We've got a decent amount of healing items. On the whole, I'm not... Ooh, your toxic buildup is back up to 25%. Dam and blast. Okay. And it's because our colony is so spread out. This is a particularly difficult event for us to deal with as a result of that. We are going to struggle a little bit because people have to be in unroofed areas. I guess I could put a little bit more roof over here. Squirrel self-tamed. That's fine. You can come along and join us then when you head over to the indoors area, and there you will be summarily executed. Where are you? There we go. So squirrel, sorry, but it's time. Oh, fantastic. We've got fuses. Next up, super soil. Let's get that on the go. And the drone is gone. Toxic fallout now has been going for 2 days and 15 hours. It can take months to pass. It can be really, really very nasty. Can we actually finish this? Why not? What do we need? Just steel. Got steel in abundance. Ah. You cannot because you're not allowed outside. Very well. Can why not? Steel 30. We've got steel. Let's build that again and see if this can work. There we go. We want a vent there, please. Can you possibly work on vent? Yes. Haha. There we go. Let's get that sorted out. Pump. Brilliant. Okay, so temperature inside is -12. The cold snap has... the cold snap is still ongoing. The psychic drone has ended, which is the big problem that we're having there. But yeah, it's going to take us a little while to get through this. So I'm going to lay a cut down here, and I will see you once there's more to report. Hooray! The toxic fallout and the cold snap are both over. So finally, everyone can go back to being allowed outside. So let's head over here. Unrestricted animals. You're pretty much all okay. You can go ahead. No, your huskies are set to home. Yoko's unrestricted because, frankly, Yoko can go wherever she wants. And also, she's the one that's most likely to be able to deal with enemies that might accost her in the wild. I've started laying down a path down here, and I've roofed it as well. So, you know, this area isn't quite as open as it used to be. In fact, I think I will go ahead. Have we got slate blocks? Good. I'll pop a little pillar there just to make it look sensible. Yeah, generally speaking, I think that's okay. I could put some more pillars around here, maybe. But I don't think that's strictly necessary right now. Okay, so hopefully we're bringing in some slate blocks, which are desperately needed, because that's one of the main things that we've run out of right now. What's remaining over here? Just a few blocks, honestly, of each type. Marble and slate, mainly. That has not been hooked up to power, though. So that is something that we do need to run through. So power... we've got some visitors. Unfortunately, we have nowhere to put said visitors, which is not great. Not great in the slightest way. That should hook up to the power source there. Yeah. Where are we going to stick these visitors then? I mean, I could put them in there. Maybe they could buy our guns. That's not really what I want them to do, though. Ultimately, I want like a visitor area at the top. I guess I could put them in here. I mean, it's not cold. In fact, actually, we're at the point now where we can start sewing. Oh, that's fantastic. We've actually got enough warmth in the world that we can do that. That's brilliant. Could you please be in home? Where are you? Alcuan, go to home. Let's see how much meat. We've still got plenty of meat. We're fine for that, honestly. That is not going to be a concern for us. Okay, well, with that, I'm actually fairly happy with how things are going. How's the wood situation? Quite a lot of it is deteriorated massively, and I just don't mind too much because we've got so much wood on the map, but we definitely do need the last little bits of bricks brought over here. Bubbles is still working on research and is almost done with that, actually. All of this now needs to be hauled out of the way. Down here, we're still doing okay. People just chilling out, I guess. How many visitors did we get? Well, we got a couple. Well, given that, we probably do need them to... I'm afraid. I could put some stuff in there. I mean, they've got nowhere to sleep, which is the issue. It's not the best situation. I guess I could just turn this into a guest room for now. It's a temporary solution, but should be okay. So they've got somewhere to sleep, kind of. Not all of them. There's only 3 beds, but... where is Dark Aavak right now? Could you please... Oh, too late. You've got to sleep. Drat! It's best not to wake them up once they've already gone to sleep, because that can cause some issues. We could remove the roofs over the paths, but I'm actually fine with them being there, honestly. So other than that, I think we're in a fairly good position. We just need to get a little bit more building done, and then we can start hollowing out this area. Not quite sure why these aren't being done, though. Let me just see. Cannot work on it. Needs materials. But we've clearly got the materials. I don't know what's going on with this, but it's clear to me that something has gone awry. Very much awry. So let's lay this down again. So there we are. We wanted this, then we wanted the doorway to be just regular slabs. In fact, I think we wanted regular slabs mostly around here, except for here. Should have these, and indeed here as well. Which will have marble as well, because I'm going to be having a workbench there to help with the speed that all of this is done. Okay. That is so unfortunate. I was just about to say, okay, we've finished construction of this. Once I realized I didn't have marble, I had limestone. I'm sure loads of people in the comments noticed that obvious mistake, but we've tiled this area out. I changed this up because, again, I was trying to make things out of marble. We're now making the plant pots and the sculptures and all that kind of good stuff. But, of course, yeah, some days. Right, okay, well, given that, let's get down there. Actually, first, let's, what are you, right, where are we? Let's have a look at you. You're equally resistant to blunt and sharp. And what about you? You're gonna dig your way out, you scallywag, you. You are a little bit more resistant to sharp. How much damage does this do? Your melee DPS is 8.11. I could just punch things. But you don't have, like, power claws or anything like that. What about your Gladius? Let's have a look at you. 14 every 1.56 seconds. If we have a look at a mace, we've got a steel club. 12 every 2.15. Wilson, go and equip the club. I'm going to let Dark Aavak have his current weapon. However, Valerie... Time for you to equip a pump shotgun and Bubbles. Is that a shotgun? Pump shotgun normal. Then go for this one then, please, Bubbles. Horror story. Yeah, sure, you can grab that one. Go get them all quickly. Right, okay, so the insects are out and about, moving around my area. I'm not super pleased. However, well, we've got 3 points there. Ooh. Can you fight? You can, and you're better at melee as well. Ah, Flurgles, you're amazing. Go grab this club, please. This is going to hurt a lot. This is trial by fire, I'm afraid. But Wilson, Flurgles, you get the softer positions to the side. Dark Aavak is going to be taking the lead. Bubbles right behind, Valerie right behind, and Horror Story right behind, all equipped with shotguns. This should allow us... Ooh, get back. Also, could you leave that door open, please? Thank you. Right, start killing all of the bad guys. That's right. All of the shotguns to the face, please. Dark Aavak, please don't die. Let's keep that open. There we are. One down. We've got 3 meleeers all there. This is fantastic. Good work. They're breaking all my stuff. I refuse. Get in there quickly. Everyone else, get in there. You're going to... Only just got it fixed, and you're all just being monstrous. All right, come on then. They expected more from us. Well, it's not my fault we're being attacked by insects. My goodness. So unfair. Right, how's Dark Aavak doing? He's got a bad cut on his leg. Oh, wow, that's a really bad cut. Okay, Dark Aavak, you need to bail, because that is too deep. There's way too much chance that that's going to kill you. Let's put faith in Flurgles and Wilson. There we go. That's right. Keep up the shotguns, please. Come on. Dark Aavak is in reserve just in case. In fact, Dark Aavak, you go up around. Please, go. Go, 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 go. Flurgles, get back there. Sorry. Oh, right middle toe is already cut off. That is unfortunate. Wilson, how you doing? You're okay. Get in there, Dark Aavak. Start tearing things down. I can't get Dark Aavak in there, unfortunately. Oh, Wilson, how you doing? Right ear cut off. Right arm is down to 8. Nose is down to 1. And it's dead. Oh, my lord. You are lucky. Right, go ahead. Get out of there. In fact, could you just melee attack each of these hives? Go ahead and do that. We're going to need to build a bug trap. That much is clear. On your way out, could you finish off a couple of these things? There we go. And is there anything else? No, you're good. Thank you. Be on your way. Right, we've got a lot of horribleness around here. No. We need these to be medical beds again. There we are. And Dark Aavak, go and rest there. Wilson, go and rest there. Well done, guys. That was an amazing fight. Absolutely amazing fight. Rhapsody is going to need to start tending people. That's right. Just beat them down with the stock of your shotguns, please. There we go. Well done. Right. You're good. That room's going to need a lot of cleaning up, but it's fine. All we lost in there was a butcher's table, 2 chairs. The workbench. That was unfortunate because the workbench is really expensive. Cost me 200 steel to make those. Well, that's what happens. Bloody bugs. Have you been taken care of? No. Rhapsody, you're tending Wilson, and then you'll no doubt tend Flurgle straight after. There we go. It's fine. You got blood loss minor. Everything is okay. We struck compacted machinery. Oh, fantastic. I was digging this out for the outer wall of the cavity. Let's get that done. Oh, poop. Okay, well, we're going to need more steel now, unfortunately. That is a real problem because we had plenty of steel. We did not need even slightly more. Perhaps now is the time to do a little bit more research then. Let's see. Refining. Where would machining be? We're going to need smithing first. Okay, start on smithing. And whilst we're at it, we're going to want to pop down some fuses. 2 fuses should be enough for now, given our current power situation. But that is a massive blow. Where's the nearest steel vein? There's some down there that we can mine into. There's also the actually there's also these, and they do contain quite a lot of steel. Perhaps you could come down and work on these for me. You're holding slate chunks. No, I would rather you deconstruct things. Carrying fine meal, going to consume it. Hauling steel slag. I would rather you come down and deconstruct this. Once all of that's done, we can move that out. Probably are going to need to kill off some of these, though. How's our meat situation looking? Well, actually, we've got loads of insect meat. We can eat that stuff if we need to. There we go. It's going to take you a little while to break all of this down, unfortunately. Right, I would like you to go over there and start working on this. That way, I think each person is going to be able to carry about 75, so if you just haul all of that steel, that's great. You can haul all the components. We're actually doing quite well for components. And you can haul all of the steel, and then that can be hauled later on. There we are. It's not quite enough to get what we need, but perhaps with what... No, not with what we've already got there. Plus, we're going to have to repair so much stuff. That was a bit of a blow, but at least we're making progress now. Flurgles is fully healed. That's grand. How are you feeling? Yeah, we're going to need to get some bionics research done reasonably soon, actually. Because we are definitely starting to feel a bit of pain. Let's get that sorted out as well. Now then, we've got more than enough slate for what we're going to be doing. So that shouldn't be much of an issue. We are setting up the research. We are currently... Critical alert. Major break risk. Who's in trouble? Wilson. Okay. Are you hungry? Yes, you're urgently hungry. Could someone please feed Wilson? There we go. But we do now have a poor limestone plant pot. Green cave. This workbase is a picture of an empty top hat riding on a coyote wearing a formal shirt. A dead okapi poses in the background. I have no idea what that is. And the work is infused with the idea of sadness and is done in a neoclassical style. Alright, but since it's poor, it probably still will have a beauty rating. Okay. Well, given that, let's give someone with an awful room this terribly sad paint plant pot. Sure, you can have the terribly sad plant pot. There we go. We've got hay grass on the grow. That is going to be fantastic once that's ready. Absolutely fantastic. We've got all of this as well. We've got so much heel root. Given that, I'm going to say, well, honestly, since we're doing this now, we probably don't need all of that, but well, I'll leave it there. Having more meds is never a bad thing. Are we making more? Who's working on what? I can hear someone. Oh, it's just Flurgles. Well done, Flurgles. How long until you're up and at it again? Not too long. You've got a little bit of time. Okay. Well, given that, then I think that's probably a decent place to wrap things up. We successfully fended off another bug infestation. However, given the frequency of these infestations, I'm thinking it is high time we created a bug trap, and we're probably going to need to put that one down here. So that will be the job for the next episode, is getting a bug trap set up down here. Something which will allow us to not only encourage the bugs to enter this area, but also very effectively kill them off without having to expose our colonists to significant amounts of risk. So that's what we're going to be working on in the next episode. But I do hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'm looking forward to the next. But until then, and as always, do remember to leave a like if you liked, sub if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.